Alright, hey guys, Tim Janik, your CFB mobility coach. I got Justin laying on the ground right here. He just got through working out, and he was over here stretching, and he had some complaints about a little bit of tightness on the outside of his knee. If you come over here, where I was talking about is more through here. He was doing a stretch where he was raising the leg up, he had a band, and you could feel tightness coming down right through here. Is that right, Justin? Okay. So if I take his knee, this is actually a common problem that we see specifically with the right foot. Okay. If you think about what the right leg does whenever you're driving, okay, usually you have you're sitting in your car, you got your foot on the gas pedal, and sometimes what happens is you externally rotate your leg, which leads to an externally rotated tibia. Okay. So what we're seeing in Justin here is if he lays down, one of the things that we see when we bend his knee, we can check for tibial torsion. Okay, and if you look at his foot is actually just slightly turned out. All right, what that means is that his tibia, when we come up and look down at the tibia here, okay, his tibia is actually rotating out slightly. Okay, so it's actually possible to do that. What's the cause of that is this hamstring muscle here, which is called the bicep femoris. Okay, and the bicep femoris attaches right here to the fibula. All right, so sometimes that can be that can contribute to runner's knee or anything like that. So one of the stretches that I'm going to have, actually before we even stretch it, I'm going to have Justin stand up, and we're going to work. I'm going to show him how to work that bicep femoris muscle. Okay, so that way he can isolate it and work it out. So he's going to sit right on that lacrosse ball. Come over to this side. Okay. And he's going to isolate it more towards the outside. So come more to the outside. There you go, it's right there. And then just one way that you can put pressure on it is by putting your hand down on your leg, okay, and then bend and straighten the knee. And by bending and straightening his knee, that actually lengthens the muscle. You feel that? Okay. And then he's gonna bend it again. He's gonna keep going back through the range of motion. Okay, so straighten it and then bend it until that loosens up even more. Okay. Once he has that spot loosened up, he's going to move either up or down that hamstring muscle. Okay? So he'll probably move down towards the knees. Is that where he went? Yeah. He's going to keep working all the way down. You can feel that tendon right there. That's the tendon that you're wanting to work. In fact, if you follow that tendon, you'll follow it all the way to this little bump right on the side of the leg, and that's what's called the fibula. And that's where it attaches. Okay? So loosening that up is real important. Helps to correct that tibial torsion that's happening in his leg, which is also going to affect his knee flexibility. Because see, when you have the tibia, if you imagine that this is the tibia, this is the femur, we have a rotation like that happening, and then on top of that, flexion of the knee, which creates a lot of torque and compression in the knee. Okay? So this is extremely important. If you're squatting with your toes out, it may not necessarily be in the glutes or in the ankles, but it could actually be in the knees. Okay? So after he gets through doing that, he's going to come over here, lay down on the ground, take a strap, okay, something that's not flexible, something that's hard, okay? We're going to come through here, put it on his foot, and the way you wrap it is important because the wrapping actually helps with keeping the rotation out, or creating the rotation, fixing the rotation, okay? So we're going to wrap it underneath on the inside of the foot, around the ankle, and then he's going to lay down. And what's important on this, he's going to bend his knee, okay? Right here. He's going to take his right hand, he's going to place it right here, and that's going to prevent any kind of rotation of the femur. Because what we want is we want that tibia to rotate, but not the femur to rotate. Okay, so we want that femur still, tibia rotated in. He's going to grab this band, keep his elbow nice and straight, reaching up towards the sky. So reach more up towards here, Justin. Right there. There you go. Okay? So he's got his femur isolated. Turn your hand in. There you go. Femur isolated. Foot's rotated in. He's pulling on that band to help the rotation. Now what he's going to do is straighten the leg and gently pull on the band. Actually pull on the band to assist in that extension of the knee. Just like that. Okay? And then come back down. So put your hand more about right there. There you go. So it's just like if you're pulling straight towards you, like that. You should feel that stretch. Feel stretch? Okay, by doing a stretch like this, you're actually creating a little bit of traction in the knee. okay, which is mobilizing that knee joint and getting that tibia rotated back to its normal position. When he does the stretch, he should feel it on the outside part of the hamstring, okay? You feel that? So the other key point to this stretch is that he contracts the quadricep when he does this, okay? So when he extends the knee, he should be contracting his quadricep. That's what we call reciprocal inhibition, okay? Which when he contracts it, that means, that tells the brain to shut the hamstring off or to allow the hamstring to lengthen, which creates a stretch, okay? So, again, arms straight, okay? We wrap the band around the foot, on the inside of the ankle, around the outside of the leg, all the way up to here. Start with the bent knee, actively rotating the foot in, and then actively straighten the leg while you assist with extension by pulling on the rope. Okay, so you do that when one other thing on this, keeping that foot rotated in, bringing the leg up, holding that stretch for about 2 seconds, and then coming back down. Okay, do that repetitive 10 times, about 3 sets. Okay, and that'll help loosen up that outside part of the hamstring. Okay, so if we come back over here, let's check out his tibia rotation, see if it got better. We go back to this position, you can see that that's a lot better than what it was before. Remember, it was out here before, now it's more in a neutral position, okay? So, that's what you need to do to fix tibial rotation, also to help with your feet turning out when you're squatting. Okay, that's a common thing that we see with people squatting, their feet turning out, going down into a squat, not being able to get the proper range of motion. So, all right guys, have a good day.